What's up, guys? It's Mr. Big here. Welcome back to another video. Today I will be making a FPS video. Well, not exactly like an FPS game, but like how I make my FPS pretty good on when I record. But when I don't record, it's a lot better. But you know, this is good FPS, right? If you look at the top left, it's good. It's good. It's very playable. But a lot of you guys want to know how I do it, so I don't play, to start this off, I don't play Minecraft without using Optifine. If you don't know what Optifine is, it's pretty much an FPS boosting program, I guess, that that you use in Minecraft, in the Minecraft launcher, and you launch Minecraft through Optifine. Every server pretty much allows it. Every server that I've played on my YouTube channel, they've allowed it. So iPixel, Mineplex, all the big servers. Every server I go on, nothing happens. It's really good. So, secondly, my video settings. So, I use fast graphics when I record. I don't really see the big deal with having these. Look, if I turn, the resource pack might change this, but see, look, I don't see the point in seeing through them. It doesn't do much to my frames, but sometimes you have bad recording days and it helps your FPS. So I would just put your video settings on fast graphics. Smooth lighting, I use minimum. Smooth lighting level 100%, that doesn't really matter. If you want to know my GUI scale, it's large. I've got the brightness, but the thing that matters here is I've got max frame rate on unlimited. I'm not saying all these things are the best, but it's what works for me. So my render distance is I usually use 8 to 10, but when I record some factions, if I'm exploring, I go up to 16 or 15 around there, but 9 is pretty much normal. 8, yeah. So yeah, that's 9 or 10, or 8, really doesn't matter. View bobbing, fog starts, quality. So when you install Optifine, it changes your settings a little. So your settings right now might look different because you might not have Optifine. But performance, smooth FPS I have on, fast render is off. That can help your FPS, by the way. Optimized rendering, it's faster. It uses optimized rendering algorithm, which decreases the GPU load and may substantially increase the FPS. So if you get this and your computer's not the greatest, you might want to use fast render. The chunk updates, slower world loading, higher FPS. So actually, I'm gonna put that on 2. So lazy chunk loading is off. If you turn it off, you'll get just default chunk loading. On is smoother. So smoother game for you if you do that. Smooth world, I have that on. So what this does is it just pretty much does FPS stabilization. It removes lag spikes caused by the internal server. So if you get lag spikes by the server, well then you get Optifine and turn smooth world on, because that'll help you stabilize the FPS, obviously, by distributing the internal server load. Effective only for local worlds, single player. So I guess, it kind of helps to use this. I'm gonna say it's effective. It probably is effective on single player. I haven't seen it do much, but smooth world, that's what I use. Smooth world on. Fast math, this is standard math. Faster math is used to optimize and cause functions which can better use. So if you turn, and I'm on gone to limbo. Okay. Fast math, if you turn this on, I'm pretty sure it's faster math, and it utilizes the CPU usage cache and increases the FPS. So these performance things can pretty much boost your frames when you're playing Minecraft. Dynamic chunk updates, if you turn this off, it's just the default Minecraft standard chunk updates per frame. On, more updates while the player is standing still. It forces more chunk updates while the player is standing still to load the world faster, so that can help you too. If we look at other here, I don't think much of this matters, but if you guys want to know, that's how you do the FPS, how it shows my FPS and stuff in the top left. I just go into other and I turn that off and then on. See, at the top left it's gone. And now it's on. Autosave, 3-minute full screen mode. Yeah, weather's on. Really doesn't matter, any of that. Animations. So this could help you. Actually, nothing's turned off. Particles, all. I have all the particles. This could help your FPS, because I know Minecraft animation isn't the greatest, but you know, if you do have a little slower of a computer, you could just turn them all off and it could help you. If you go to details, clouds are off. None of this really matters. Like I said, it's just like the other one, the weather. I don't know who. I think you would need a really super bad computer for weather to cause like FPS to slow down. So yeah, smooth lighting's minimum. What else we got here? We got quality. So quality, I have a few things off. I have clear water, which is off. Better grass is off. Like it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you have it off, it's gonna make your game faster. If you have it on fancy, it's gonna make it slower. So if you've got a bulky PC, mine's a moderate kind of one, then you might want to just turn everything on if you want to look so MLG. Connected textures, those are good. I have them on fancy. It joins the textures of glass, sandstone, and bookshelves when placed next to each other. Connected texture is supplied by the current texture packs. So there's that. Shaders. Oh, why do I keep on going to limbo? This is, you know, we'll just sit here, okay? We'll just sit here. So if we look at shaders, you can actually, they allow you. This is a little off topic, but they do allow you. It's really easy to use shaders with Optifine. Yeah, I've downloaded quite a few, and you can check them out. They're kind of cool. They have this one that's already there, internal bump shadow waving. Bump shadow waving's kind of cool. But that's not gonna help your frames, is it? Alternate blocks is on. Really doesn't matter. I don't really know what this does. Alternative rendering model, which is actually faster than the default rendering. Okay, so you might want to turn that on. So that's about it for my settings. But the other point is, if you're gonna download Optifine, I will have a link in the description to the Optifine website. And it will also say next to it which version I have. I have Optifine G7. It says Optifine HDU G7. Optifine G7 is pretty much what it's called. It's 1.8.9, obviously. I play on 1.8.9, and yeah, that's about it, guys. Before I continue the video, Optifine HD Ultra G7 doesn't seem to be available. I can't really find it anymore, so if you go into the page here on 1.8.9 HD Ultras, you'll see H7, H6, H5. The lower the number, the older the version is. It really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure the lower the number, it might be for slower computers. So just test them out, guys. You can always download them. You can always find, if you don't really understand how to download them, you can also find another YouTube video on how to do that. There's not much else I can tell you. But also, your computer settings, depending on your computer settings, you may need to change some of these settings. Like, you're gonna need fast graphics, slower render distance. You definitely want to use some of the stuff in performance. It helps a lot. Same with animations and details, really doesn't matter, but quality. So those three are main things, and these two are pretty helpful. And the smooth lighting, as if you turn it off, the game just looks off, like maximum. And if you turn it, see, like, doesn't, lucky, look at that. Okay, just look at that. Then if you turn it on, it looks pretty good. And if you turn max, it's just a little better. So I'm just gonna say use minimum or off. I don't see the point in maximum, but my computer settings, by the way, high-end PCs, you can pretty much do anything you want. Go out with this, but if you have a very not as fast PC, turn your graphics to fast, turn your render distance 8 or below, smooth lighting minimum or off. If you want to go to your performance, you want to turn smooth FPS on. It stabilizes your frames. Fast render, you want that on. If you have a low one, it makes it faster for your game to render in the chunks and everything. Chunk updates, if you are slower, you might want to go to 5. I'm pretty sure is so 1 is probably one of the best, but if you want the game to load faster for you, you're probably gonna go to 3 or 5. Fast math, you can turn that on if you'd like. It doesn't do that much. Smooth world, turn that on. It stabilizes your FPS. Anybody should use smooth FPS and smooth world. Lazy chunk loading, you might want to put that on to make your game run smoother. Yeah, pretty much overall, without changing any of those settings, Optifine does help a lot with your FPS and boosts it a lot. So I suggest you go ahead and click the link down below. Go check it. I'll probably pin a comment, top of the comments, with the download link. That's pretty much how those are my settings and how I do this. I also use OBS to record. Take note that this is how I play. If you record with something else and you want to know how to record with good FPS, that's a whole different story. So yeah guys, I'll see you in the next video. I hope that did help you. Bye.